Now this is the story all about how the SSA changed benefits all around. Now I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there, and tell you how it fixed up a country in despair.
Does the Great Depression got you down?
Yeah.
Have you lost your job or are you unable to work?
Yeah.
Are you over the age of 62 and or the lone survivor of your family attempting to support 14 hungry children?
How do you know all this?
Well, it sounds like you could use some help from the SSA. The Social Security Act was established back in 1935 to help restrict the dangers of modern society, such as providing benefits to the elderly, poverty-stricken, unemployed, as well as those dealing with family death. Now let's take you to one of our first citizens.
I managed to obtain a job as a bank teller back in '33. See, the only problem was they didn't inform me that I needed to see in order to carry out the job. Now you might ask, why was I working if I was blind? Well, I had to provide income for my 2 wives, 3 aunts, my deceased grandma, 8 blind children, and my 3-legged dog. It was a struggle, but I got by until one day when some hooligan decided to rob and set fire to the establishment, giving me 3rd-degree burns and furthering my disabilities. Once I contacted the SSA offices and described my predicament, I was able to obtain benefits of $23 per month to help support my family.
What a touching story. Now let's turn it over to a new member of the SSA.
During the Depression, I was forced to work in very hazardous conditions, transporting and smelting raw iron ore deep under the Earth's core. This obviously was a very dangerous job, and I was severely injured on several occasions, rendering me unable to work. When the SSA began supplying Social Security benefits to my family, it changed my life forever.
Let's continue with these tragic stories of life-threatening jobs.
Working in the coal mines was always dangerous, and I knew that, but I also knew there was a possibility of striking diamonds and instantly becoming rich. One day, my dreams were fulfilled when I finally spotted a patch. But as I said, mining is a dangerous job. I was brutally injured and unable to work, which is when the SSA stepped in. They gave me money when no one else could, and for that, I'm grateful.
The introduction of my New Deal program and the Social Security Act specifically will help benefit American families who were hit hard by the Depression. Over 5,000 families have already applied. What's holding you back?
I once had a luscious farm filled with bountiful wheat, plump watermelon, and stunning flowers. But then the Dust Bowl hit, decimating the land and ruining my farm. My wife also lost her job as a librarian at the same time when we lost the farm. My family had nothing to live for and was on the edge of despair. Luckily, the SSA gave my family benefits because my wife was a librarian. You see, the SSA does not provide benefits to farmers since we were considered self-employed. Now, with my family's monthly check of $23, I'm able to restore my dignity and my farm.
Good luck, Mr. Farmer. Now let's throw it back to the North Woods of Wisconsin, where we see a lumberjack story.
I was a little more fortunate than most in the Great Depression. I had a steady job as a lumberjack in the Northwoods of Wisconsin while my wife worked at a school. But then one day, I was alone while my partner relieved himself, and I seemed to agitate a pack of wolves with my obstruction of the forest. I was critically injured and unable to work, and my wife's salary could not cover our expenses. With nowhere else to turn, I was hopeless, but then my friend referred me to the SSA, and I was able to provide for my family as I recovered, all thanks to the SSA.
Finally, we come to Smitty Werbin Eggerman Jensen, a retired barbershop owner who lost all his money in the market crash and was left with nothing.
Honestly, I was reduced to begging. I was ashamed of going from a revered barber to an old poor beggar. Wallowing in self-pity was the only thing I knew how to do anymore. After exerting every other option, which consisted of relocating to a Hooverville and contracting a common cold, I was literally on the verge of death when FDR came into office and started the SSA. One of their main priorities was giving money back to the retired old folk who had lost everything in the market crash and couldn't work anymore. With my monthly SSA checks, I got my house back and got medical treatment for my cold. The SSA was the greatest thing that could have happened, and I'm more grateful than anyone else.
Now that you've heard testimonies from people who have been in your shoes and have gotten help from the SSA, what are you waiting for? Call us now at 1-800-4SECURE. That's 1-800-473-2873. Or apply at a local SSA office today. Here at the SSA, we're here for you. If you are retired, over the age of 62, and lost savings, let us know. If you are unable to work, call or apply. If you are unemployed, let us know. Everyone needs a little helping hand during these tough times, and that's what the SSA is here for. Call us today.
don't be a backwards SSA. Call our offices and apply today. I said don't be a backwards SSA. Call our offices and apply today.
1-800
For secure.
1-800
For secure.
The SSA will lend an ear. Call that number. Has to 2013. Peace. Oh, they destroyed Matt. No, they're coming for me. No, I'm just a cameraman. No, get them off me.
Have you lost your job or are you unable to work?
Oh my god.